Hello, good evening. Uh, I had to record this one as my earlier one has loads and loads of distortions. I really could not see my own video properly. So I've recorded this one, and this one is again on OCD, and I'd like to start off with this, wherein there's this ad wherein there's a school and the kids tell each other, "Bittu, kya tune life boy se haath dhoye kya?" And Bittu is very happy, and Bittu's dhote jao, and Bittu is washing. So at times it feels good, you just keep washing. But when is it that it becomes an obsession? Because you keep washing, and then later on it might just become a compulsion. And you never know when in this ordered life of yours a disorder might set in. Now, talking of obsessive compulsive disorder, is it all about just washing hands? Wait, I think my hands again are dirty. So let me just pour some hand sanitizer. Okay, now that feels good. So again, I poured some hand sanitizer. I'd like to tell that everybody has some traces of it, and till the time it is not affecting your social, your occupational life, and the distress is not as mounting to make you feel anxious, that OCD can be dealt with. So OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, talking of obsessive compulsive disorder, obsessive means intrusive, absurd, and irrational thoughts. I thought everyone was in absurd, irrational thought. Compulsive are those thoughts which are those acts which make you follow your obsessions. And if they make you feel, I think again my hands are dirty, so again I'd like to wash them, and again I'd like to pour some onto my hand and wash them. That activity or that compulsion that makes me do it again and again, that becomes a part of compulsion, and you actually end up doing in order to neutralize your anxiety. Now, these people have a fear that there is contamination, excessive contamination. मैं हाथ धो लेता हूँ, किसी और को germs पास ना हो जाए, or I might just get dirty, and the other person or the other partner might just end up feeling he or she is too hygiene oriented. Now, talking of excessive hand washing or contamination fear, there are times that you might just end up forgetting to lock the door. Did I just lock the door? I think so. Yeah, I think this time it is locked. Wonderful. So I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to go. But when was it that I last time checked my lock? I think I'm going to go back to my lock. Oh, it's open. Thank God I came to check back on my lock. So again, I'm going to lock it. Checking your lock again and again. Did I just shut down my gas stove? I think I have to wake up at 1 o'clock in the night just to check on my gas stove. I just could have made a tragedy happen. Oh, goodness, thank you, Lord. The gas stove is off. Oh, you'd like to check your car doors again and again. You'd like to see if the knobs are turned down or not. Symmetry. You'd like to see a lot of symmetry in shapes, in sizes, and in patterns. Now, just the way that I was saying, I've shaved. Have I? No, I think the cut has gone up. Oh, I think it has come down. I think it is absurd, totally. I wanted to make a rectangular piece of paper. Does it look like rectangle? I'm going to cut it. Looks like rectangle. No, not yet. I'm going to do it again. So I get obsessed with patterns, sizes, shapes, and till the time it becomes a disorder in me. Uh, Another thing, so this was getting obsessed with symmetry. The next one is hoarding disorder. Hoarding. Now, what is hoarding? Hoarding is something that I'd like to keep, and for people like me who have hoarding, then sites like OLX pe bech de is never an option, because I would never like to discard or dispose of my old items. So, hey, Gaurav, why don't you sell off your old bottle? So, why, mom? I'd not like to. I think this is wonderful, and I think I might just use it. Or probably when my kid grows up, he'd like to use daddy's bottle, or she might just use it. What about the wire? Can you sell this wire? No, mommy, I think daddy might need this wire tomorrow. So I don't think I'd like to sell off this wire. So I think I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so that's part of hoarding disorder. You'd like to keep things to yourself. You'd not like to sell it off. So OLX pe bech de is never an option for you. Okay, so compulsive nail biting. Can you just take off your hands off your mouth? Of course, yes. Then you start biting again, and what is it with your nails? And then you say, no, it's just that it just goes inside. Now the problem is that with this, everybody is aware of, especially for the people who have OCD, they are aware of the fact that they have a problem, but they really cannot resist it. Now, another thing is, these people would like to count. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, not dollars, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I have 10 notes. Oh, that sounds okay. How many did I say? Was it 7? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Or was it 10? Was it 7? How's it 8 this time? So you'd like to count again and again. You'd like to count again. You'd like to confirm again. Now, there is no end to your confirming. What are the possible reasons for it? They say the possible reason for it is unknown for most of the reasons, but one of them is lack of serotonin. What is serotonin? Serotonin is a neurotransmitter. A neurotransmitter which ensures your appetite, your mood, your sleep, your aggression. Now, when these levels plummet or they stoop, you need a medication in order to bring it back to the baseline. There are medications which would bring back your serotonin levels to the baseline. However, apart from the medication, you can also have your behavioral therapies. So when there is a thought like this which tells you you have to go and check your car doors, you really do not have to go and check your car doors. There could be a behavioral therapy that could be administered unto you, and that could be really worked upon. So bittus dhote jao hath is all right as long as Bittu is only doing it for a minute or two and he's not washing it for the entire period. I mentioned contamination fear, which means you'd like to wash again and again because you think that you'd become dirty. There's a fear of germs. I mentioned that you're more obsessed with symmetry, so you want more of perfection in sizes and shapes. However, this one looks completely absurd. You'd like to check upon the locks. As I said, my lock, I think it is done this time. My gas stove, I think something's burning. Have I really switched off the gas stove? Okay, hoarding disorder. So the bottle, the wire, everything stays with me. I'm not going to sell off anything. This is very close to my heart. And you're very particular about symmetry and counting and numbers and pattern. So if there is traces of these that you see, it is absolutely normal. I wanted to tell that all of us are sailors of the same boat. It's just that you and I have not peeped into each other's lives. you and I have not really delved into it. Obsessive compulsive disorder is something that could be a part of our day-to-day lives, something that we really cannot avert, something that really needs to be looked into. Do not take it very lightly. It'll be nice if you could visit a doctor, psychiatrist, psychologist, and get something done about it. And life is beautiful, and you surely can make one, but not just by washing hands, but by washing yourself of this anxiety. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you've learned. As I said, contamination or excessive hand washing, checking locks or stoves or doors, and checking on the knobs, and checking on the symmetries, the sizes and the shapes, the hoarding disorders, and you'd like to count and confirm again and again. So, hoping that this spreads a word, this generates an awareness, and a lot of people get to know about it, that you and I are a part of the same life and same boat, and there's nothing wrong about having in it. It is just that you and I have been living in a very shrouded and a very veiled life and would not like to talk about it. My name is Gaurav Gill, and